Welcome back to Barely D&D, your sorta Dungeons & Dragons podcast. My name is Jackie, and I am your resident bard, Rowena Greenbottle. We are back today with episode 115, y'all. That's crazy.
Wow.
Wow.
That's crazy. That means we're halfway to 230.
That's such
a
a
third
random
of the way
thing.
to 345. A quarter of the way to 460.
Zach, your math is off.
Is it?
Is it?
I don't think it is. Landon?
Half
you're
is
an
230?
accountant.
Is 115? Wouldn't that be true?
You guys.
What
I'm
y'all
muting you guys, and I'm just
We've
gonna
been
talk over the podcast.
stopped. Okay.
What if I just muted everyone and then
No,
just
half of
talk?
230 is 115.
Yeah, I'm right, but it's fine.
Okay. I thought you said 130.
yes.
So I was like,
Yeah,
no,
well, maybe
that's
you
not
okay.
said nerd. Welcome back to the Accidental Adventures, the adventures that are quite accidental. We've got another episode in the Lost Lands, where we'll be likely for some time.
We're going to be
given how long
lost.
We're in a city usually. So, welcome back to the magic, to the wonder, to the weird. There'll be a lot more of that in this section. Well, for the note-taking, this is episode 115 of the Accidental Adventures. Back to Bazzics.
They spell adventures?
Back to Bazzics. Oh my God.
That's so cute.
I love.
How do you spell that?
Sound it
Back
out.
to, and then Baz ICS. Back to Bazzics.
Is there like a dash?
Sure.
How do you want to stylize it? Is it B-A-Z-Z-I?
Like basics,
Follow your
but
dreams and
Bazzics.
fart your farts.
Oh, I think he's asking because he's the one that uploads the episode.
I have to post the episode.
Shoot. Okay.
Bazzics.
Yeah. Back to Bazzics.
I'm gonna put a dash in there.
I don't
Okay,
like
well,
the dash.
I don't have a dash, so
I don't
we're
like
living
the
in
dash.
sin.
I'm going to be honest.
but-
I don't like it.
Level 11 adventure.
Doing it
34,
anyway 'cause
88.
I don't care.
You can't tell me what to do, Dad.
Fight me. Fight me
Level
then.
11 adventure.
Don't like it.
3488 PB. Kalelan.
Guess what?
The second.
I'm putting it in my secret
Omnem.
notes where you can't delete it.
Amen.
All right.
What was the date again, buddy, please?
Amen.
Nobody was listening to me. Kalelan second.
too.
Omnem. Omnem. Okay. I knew I was going to get a response out of Mike on that one. That's like
Wait,
Pavlov.
did Micah also sing? Because
Yes.
I must have not heard. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, is this working? Is this right? Is this gassy?
We're gassy. Now we're cooking.
There are
Yeah,
no
we'll go with this.
farts. No farts.
Now we're cooking with gas.
Hey, we fart in this family.
I'm
So,
not part of it.
we get it, Rose and Orphan. So, back to the Jackie looked up with shock and pain. Words. Boss, you are walking through your home and out the front door where you are told that your sister is at the trades cart.
What does that mean?
Yeah. Do I see her?
A trades card.
Okay. So you walk out the front of the building, the front of the tree hollow, and as the green landscape with the light sky above you paints itself once more, standing by what is functionally just a wheelbarrow with a crossbar, and it's not sort of like an open barrow so much as like a bottom holding chamber that has like a wooden cross framework above it and then another layer with goods hanging from it, is your sister, who you have not seen in almost a year. Foosh stands there in front of you.
What is she
with all
doing?
Well, you remember that she and your father, the craftsman and the artist, and your sister, the craftsman and the hunter. Hunting isn't super common in Agba. Death is not entirely necessary in a lot of the food chain. But at the outer reaches of the isle, creatures can and are hunted. It's a part of the social tradition there. Also, yes, for the note-taking nerds, Foosh is Foosh. Foosh. And so she and your father make goods. Her is often more utilitarian and functional. Your father's very artistic. And they travel around to other family groups and communities and just trade, which in this moment, just as a tacit for the players, because it probably won't come up in roleplay, this being reflective of Bazz's beginning of the campaign where he had no concept of money, because in Agba, people don't sell things, they just trade them. There's no need for money here. And so she is at the trades cart, looking over the goods that were collected. And she stands there with all of her recessive genes from the family. She has your father's height, standing an inch taller than Bazz. But almost all of her other characteristics, as you have been told in many family stories, inherited from the maternal grandfather. Is there... Okay, that was just the message from Jackie. So she has... her skin is smooth, but it's hard, and it's like a cream coffee tan with warps of tawny salmon, like the wood of a crepe myrtle tree. She is like her exterior, as you remember her Bazz, harsh and bold, confident, very instrumentally skilled. She's strong and athletic. She has wide shoulders. Her arms and legs are long, but corded with thin wraps of muscle. And she's wearing very practical clothes, as she always did. Sort of like a tight brown, like sort of like half pantaloon. And then a sort of like a tunic that's halfway to a tabard that's like a light eggshell. That crops around the neck in sort of like a Y shape. And she has a wrap around her hair that is, it's not like a pixie cut, but it's also not long. It's kind of in between. It's not like a full pompadour in the front, but it like lifts up a little bit and cuts short in the back, and she almost shaves it down the back of her neck. And she has that sort of like tawny autumn hair. And she's just there looking through items. And when she hears you approaching with footsteps from behind, she doesn't try to look. She just says, yeah, Dad, I don't know. I don't see it.
Check out. I tried to do an impression of my father. Check under the thing over there to. I think up there on the left side.
Like straightens up and turns around really quickly. Like, okay, Agba, what are you?
Gotcha.
Bazz?
Yeah.
And then there's just one quick movement, and she just tackles you, just and you slide into the ground. And she hugs you really hard, and she always does this thing that you don't like, I assume, where she hugs you, and then she squeezes you as hard as she can, which is very hard, and it hurts, and it's not fun. She squeezes you really hard, and she sits up kind of on your hips, and then just pushes your shoulders really hard. It's uncomfortable, and she stands up.
I do have advantage against being grappled, so let's
that
see
is
if she
true.
can
Would
do
you
it.
like to make this a thing, Bazz?
Yeah.
Maybe able to resist your
this
sister the
works
first
every
time?
time.
So you're going to make an athletics check, and so that means that you'll make it an advantage. She's made hers.
Okay. I got a unnatural 20.
Holy crap. She got an unnatural 20. So Bazz, she goes to tackle you, and she does slam into you, and she knocks you fully bodily over. But the branch is growing from you that burst out of your back into the ground to catch you, push you back up and resist her, and she goes, oh, what?
Sorry, that
and
wasn't
she just lifts
me.
her hands back off of you and steps back. Hey bro, how's Freaky?
Sorry.
And also, this whole conversation is currently transpiring in Sylvan, not in Common.
That's new for me too. I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry.
Things just came out of your back. What's all over your face? What's up with your skin?
Yeah, I touched the wrong tree.
You touched the wrong tree.
Yeah, it was a big one. Underground.
What are you wearing?
Armor.
Wow, you're different.
Yeah, I am.
Well, she just makes a weird face and then just punches you in the shoulder. She goes, "Not dead. Good job."
Yeah, thank goodness. Got a couple close calls.
Wow, I'm really glad you're okay.
Yeah.
Are you gonna keep being useless, or are you gonna help me unload this cart? What's the?
Yeah, I can help you unload the cart. I'm still not. Yeah, I could. Yeah, how much you got left?
Okay. And you see like a kind of smirk spread across her face as she turns away from you, and she just starts grabbing implements and traded items off and carrying them in.
All right. See if there's anything I can do to make things cool, but I don't think I have anything prepared that I can do that with. So I just carry things in regularly.
You just go, okay, fireball.
Burn up the whole
Been
cart.
down that road before.
Callback. When the rest of you all, Adrenaline has regaled you enough, and Ro has played some music for you. Ro, you were praised profusely for how excellent it is. And as the rest of you all gather back in the main room, Galug having to returned and put out wooden. There are these like thin wooden flutes. Not flute as in the instrument, but as in like the drinking cup. And they're filled with a clear liquid you assume to be water. If any of you all touch it to your lips, it ends up being like a wine so light. The best way I know how to describe this, and I don't want it to go the wrong direction first, is when I say hard seltzer like we have it now, I don't mean it tastes carbonated and kind of sugary and a little crappy. I mean that it tastes
They got White Claws.
It tastes like an alcohol so fine and thin that you almost do think it's water at first until you realize it's very, very, very slightly like spirited, and it's sweet and light, and it's very pleasant. And as it's provided to each of you, you all walk back in the room with Galel and Adrenaline, and as you guys come back in, Bazz is followed by this kind of muscular, tall, lean girl who doesn't look a thing like him, but looks a little bit like their dad, and she's coming in behind him. And now as they all come in, you realize this is just a tall family, and then Galelg. So mom's short and everybody else is tall. Or she's average height and everybody else is tall. But there's this other lady coming in carrying stuff.
Flowers or anything in her hair?
Growing out of her hair are just sort of like twigs. So it looks like she has 10 small horns that are just small branches.
Oh, cool.
Is she... Did Bazz ever tell us if she's a younger sister or older sister? Do we not know that
I
yet?
don't think Bazz has said.
Okay.
I have not said.
Okay.
I don't think I
But
know
she walks in
Zachary.
carrying things, as does he. Okay, well, Landon, you know she's your younger sister. You haven't told the party, but
All right. I'm older.
by some margin, too. You're like 30 years older than her.
Okay.
Which,
Oh, wow.
to half dryads, is
Yeah.
like 3 years older than her. But, yeah. Items are piled by the door, and she trails in after you. What that party do?
What is the smell situation right now? What does it smell like? Like
prepared
food
for that
cooking
question.
wise. I thought someone was making food, right?
There's the soft, musty scent of earth that ever pervades the subterranean home in which you live. The smell of long exposed woods merged with air, and the smell is one that you'd forgotten a very long time ago, Bazz. And it is the smell of a meal cooked almost entirely from fruits, dried fruits, cooked fruits, jams being mixed, and a bread that is made from plant grains. And your family is not vegetarian, but this is much of the food that consists here. And meat is more of like a rare delicacy. And the take of animals is very much a part of your culture, but it's just rare because violence is not spent on another creature, culturally, within the root reach of Agba. Creatures are only slain outside of the reach of Agba's roots. So you have to go beyond the roots of the great tree to kill anything. This is a religious precept of your society. And religious being... Ogbans are not those within the Seven Stars and their cultures are not members of complex archaic liturgies, but so much of like a cultural spiritualism built around central religious precepts. And one of these is the idea of embracing the spirit of Agba. And similarly, animals do not kill each other within the reach of Agba's roots, no matter how predator or prey related they may be. So meat is eaten, but only when taken from beyond that reach, which is many, 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 many miles. So it's just rare. So there is a meal being cooked from many plant implements, and the smell that is present. So there's many different sweet smells, and they are flaked with many. The diversity of spices in Agba is intense, and so there are many sophronic and basil and fermented scents that come from the kitchen that just make an intoxicating, confusing slurry to those who are foreigners in this land. And you get the feeling that this is because your dad has come in and started helping, because he is very much the chef of the family.
Yes.
You get the feeling that your mom probably started warming up the bread and he did everything else. But they both retreat back to the kitchen, and Fungi's, you are left in this central living, perhaps, room. It's like a living room that's centered around a communal dining table, and it's worth noting that this table has many more chairs than the family has members. So you guys can pick up that there's probably a common practice of just different people's eating here. And Bazz is here with whoever this lady is.
I ask, if I see them bringing stuff in, I ask if I can help bring anything in.
Okay. You can roleplay that, Ro.
Oh, Balls, do you need help carrying anything in, or?
Yeah, if there's a couple plates. We have plates, right, Zachary?
Yes. Yeah, like wooden. They're kind of like wide
the wooden
trays.
plates from the cabinet and on the table.
I see
The tall woman sets items down and goes, "We've got everything from the cart."
Oh, all right.
Are you like, hi?
Hi.
And as the woman comes in, she
Ro
starts the
reaches
phrase
up.
in Sylvan and then interrupts it
Oh.
and switches to common. Looks a little confused and just reaches down to shake a hand.
I
Grips
shake
yours.
her hand.
Oh, that's a strong
Yeah.
hand. Let's go. And then she looks at you a little quizzically, Ro, and just says very fluidly, naturally in Sylvan, how do you know Bazz? Who are all these other folks? And it just kind
They're
of sounds like
dating.
Ethrataladan.
You don't know what she said,
Yeah, she
Micah.
doesn't. You don't know
Yeah,
what she
Ro,
said.
you just hear Ethrataladan menenana, and you have no idea what she said.
I lean down to Ro and I say, she wants to know how you know me.
And Greta, you understand what was said.
Oh,
Craig, you're lost.
do I recognize that it's probably Sylvan? I feel like I would.
You've heard Bazz speak it a number of times, so you can place it.
I'm sorry. I don't speak Sylvan. I know Bazz because we all travel together. I'm Rowena.
And this woman strikes you as much as couth than her other family members, because she makes a shocked, kind of judgmental look, and she says, "Oh." She switches to common, and you notice that her accent is a little stronger than her other family members, so common must be used pretty infrequently for her. And she says, "Oh, all right. Okay, wasn't sure. I am Foosh, Bazz's sister." She just shakes your hand.
It's lovely to meet you.
Yes, it is good to meet you. So you are Bazz's friends?
Yeah.
Or allies, or?
Yeah, all of the above, I think. Right, Bazz? Are we your friends?
Some more than
Friends,
others.
right? Still after.
Yeah, we're all friends.
All right. Foosh. She nods and shakes
They've
Rose
saved my
hand, and
life
she goes
multiple
over.
times.
She goes over to Craig, and she just kind of. Craig, you notice the first thing she does is eye all your weapons and your armor. And you clock.
Reaches out his
Craig,
hand.
give me an insight check, really quick.
Oh.
I like Foosh. She doesn't take any crap.
From nobody.
17?
Oh, Craigie Bob. Craig, you clock that she's not a terribly subtle person. She's very impressed with whatever you're wearing. And she, like, her eyes linger on your armor and your weapons for a second, but she moves back to your hand, shakes it, and she squeezes your hand kind of hard. And however hard you choose to meet that grip.
Oh, no.
He matches it.
Okay.
I mean, he's respectful. He says he notices she's staring at his armor, and he goes, "All this to protect myself from your brother." Just kidding.
And she looks kind of like serious and confused, and then she goes, and she just reaches out and slaps your armor kind of hard, Craig. You're stout; it doesn't do much to you, but and then she turns and looks at Tello, and she does like Foosh, reaches out a hand, and Tello smiles, a smile you only see him do every once in a while, where he's just kind of smiles very confidently, just does the tiniest little smolder, and then goes, "Enchanté, mademoiselle." And as she reaches out her hand, he takes it and then just folds it slightly and nods it. And she kind of like looks confused, and her face turns like a little gray for a second. And none of you all recognize what that means, but Bazz, you know well enough what it looks like when your sister blushes just a little bit. She just kind of nods.
Nice.
And then she just turns and looks at Greta, and she shakes your hand.
I hold out.
Greta,
I give her like an old lady hand.
I'm standing near my
Greta.
mom, and I whisper to her, and I'm like, I think, is it just me, or does it feel like petals are falling somewhere? I don't know.
Galog leans over to you and goes, "Well, that doesn't happen much at all."
I know.
And Foosh takes your hand, Greta, and does a thing where she gets all the way down on a knee. And you're as short as some of the other members here, but she gets down on a knee, wraps her hand over yours, and just like bounces it. And she nods her head, and she says in Sylvan, halfway through, and then switches back to common, and she says, "Grandmother." And Bazz, you are aware that this is a sign of respect in your culture for the elderly. If you're not,
like, nod my head, and I'm gonna say in Sylvan, and I said, "Nice to meet you, little one."
Oh, and she looks surprised and smiles, and then stands up tall. Yes, Bazz.
I have a question. Is the raccoon with
What's
us, or do we leave it on the boat?
No,
That's an Abby question.
Greta, the raccoon stays on the boat.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Raccoon stayed on the boat.
Because raccoon's welcome to come. Like, well, raccoon is welcome.
No, I
Bring
don't want him
raccoon.
to.
Gomez is on the boat.
Okay.
Oh, his name was
Okay, excuse me.
Gomez, raccoon.
His name is Fred.
Gomez is on the boat. Raccoon being the surname. So Gomez is on the boat, probably having a blood-drawing fight with Nom, but they're on the boat.
No.
I feel like he
She's
tries
been
to
friends
take her like spot every once in a while, like in the
Yeah,
tree, and she comes up
you
and she's
put
like,
Two
like,
feral animals on a boat together. And,
Oh no.
but yeah, and they probably, you know what, Landon, I feel that's canon. The only fight they ever have is over the spot in the tree. Nom has probably thrown the blunt edge of a targeting object at him once or twice. But
Both hiss.
okay, so Fuchsia's met everyone, and she smiles and takes a seat at the table. And Galog takes a seat. She's fully taken her hands off the kitchen, not her domain. And Adrenaline is handing out food to everyone. Smells excellent. Basically, what you guys have in front of you is like the tray is set down, and then cups are brought out with smaller, like little bits of different meals in them. And they're like bowls, and they're passed around to the plates. And for a second, you guys think that they're going to be put on your plates, but instead, the implements within those bowls are just dumped into each of your trays to be like next to each other. So, Ro, well, those foods can't be kept separate. That's okay. But they're kind of like resting next to each other on the plate. I just assumed Ro's OCD would be against that, but
No, hers
one
is
of
with
them-
cleanliness, not organization.
Okay. One of them is a finely diced salad made almost entirely from fruits with only a few leafy materials. Next is, and just highly mixed, it's a salad full of flavor and maybe not a ton of fiber. And then, didn't mean to type it like that. Then there's like dried strips of like fruit that's been kind of lightly sautéed on one side with some sort of a spirit. And then Micah, are you dipping? In 4 minutes.
Micah's
Understood.
Hi, Micah.
And then.
Oh, no, you're not.
Okay,
Sorry.
you've been
I don't know.
commanded to leave, Micah.
She said she was leaving in her chat. I don't know.
Anywho, I'm going to go back to describing
and
the
you
scene.
were like, you got 4 minutes, and I was like,
I was
I
joking.
guess?
Of course you can leave whatever you...
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Bye.
Okay, bye, Micah. And then it's at this
Micah.
time that
And
Craig just goes
Micah, we love you,
bam
Micah.
on the table and knocks his head and goes unconscious.
No,
But
he does
Craig.
stop.
He just has
No, he's just-
narcolepsy.
Craig's just gonna quietly eat for the rest of the episode. But there's like a
Sleep?
diced fruit salad, and then strips of like sautéed fruit, and then there's also like a long leafy vegetable you're not familiar with that tapers into a red at its bottom, at kind of like the frond, and then there's some sort of a finely diced bright pink tuber that you don't recognize, and then those flutes are refilled and everybody can take a seat. And all I'll say as you're beginning to eat is just that there is everything here is a different point on the spectrum of sweet. So there's not like a non-sweet thing on the plate except for the leafy elements. Even the tuber is pretty sweet, but they've all been flavored and seasoned very differently. So some of them are sweet with some spice, some of them are sweet with some savory, some of them are sweet with like kind of like an earthy texture and flavor. The tuber is very like that. And before any of the family starts eating, everyone in Bazz's family does this thing where they lean forward in their chairs like they're going to pray or something, but instead they put their fingers down on the floor, push them into the soil slightly, and just say softly in Sylvan, Agba, and then pull their fingers out of the floor. And you realize that there's indentions next to all the seat where they do this. And they pull their fingers
do
out
it
and then
too.
begin eating. Yeah.
Ro does
Watch
it after
them do
them.
it.
Yeah, Ro watches them and then she
Same.
does it quietly.
Actually, I changed my mind. I don't. I'm sorry.
Okay. Ro leans forward, and Ro, when you do it, when you put your fingers in the soil, it's like warm and nice, or like cool and soft. And then you whisper Agba, and when you do, you get this very slight buzz in your fingers, and then you pull it back up.
Oh, cool.
Also, I want to make a note. I know we haven't technically eaten yet, but we talked about like daydreaming about foods. I feel like this will be what Ro daydreams about, because you said all sweets, and like that's all Ro truly likes. Like that's why she puts
And the best
jam on
part is-
everything. She
The
loves
best part, Ro,
everything
is this
sweet.
isn't even like I mean, there's nothing in Yalabrin that's like the American sugar corn syrup sweet that we're
Yeah.
often familiar with. But this is more than even like a bread sweet. Everything here is the fruit sweet.
Yeah.
So it's the kind of fruit that you eat. It's the kind of sweet that you eat and then you don't feel sick and
Yeah.
you don't feel over sugared. And it's just like there's an intoxication to this sweetness. And you're not left hungry. It's like there's a pretty good amount of protein in here somewhere. And like this provision of food from the land of Agba is very calorically and nutriently satisfying. But you all are just quietly eating at the table. About 10 minutes into the meal, without warning or preparation, Adrenaline just starts singing. Galelg leans over into a hand and happily listens. Foosh rolls her eyes so hard that a tectonic plate moves. But Adrenaline just starts singing and looks to Ro as he's singing enthusiastically. And it's a song in Sylvan you don't know. Bazz, you do know the song.
I start singing too.
Ro,
Bazz starts singing with his father, and Galelg joins. The three of them are just singing now in a language that most of you don't recognize.
Ro doesn't obviously know the words or recognizes, but I feel like she has a good enough ear that she quietly
Give me a
picks up her
performance
lute
check, Ro.
and starts trying to just pick up what they're doing and play along. Ding, 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 ding. That is going to be a 19.
It's not a complex tune, and you master it easily. You pluck along supportingly and beautifully. Greta, you understand the words, and
Yeah.
their Sylvan is interesting. The Sylvan you know is taught to you from the Greywood, and it is lovely, but in a mysterious way. The Sylvan is light and joyful and refreshing. you understand everything, but you don't recognize it, so to speak. And the novelty is enlivening and joyful. And the song is all about a tree whose roots grow far. And at some point you begin to pick up on the metaphor of the idea that no matter how, like the song is communicating wherever Ogbons go, they're connected to each other through these roots. It's a lovely song, Ro. You have no idea what's being said, but you're having fun playing.
So
yes.
when Ro is, while she's performing, I'm gonna go over, and like, not like secret, like I'm not trying to be secret, but I'm trying to just, like quietly without drawing attention to myself, cast tongues on her.
Love you so much,
just,
Abby!
just like as we're singing along, just cast that.
Heck yeah. Also, Abby,
silent
briefest
Gretta.
check-in ever. Your magic can look like whatever you want it to. We talked a little bit about your magic being kind of cyan and gold now, but do you want it to be a series of colors? Because that's absolutely okay.
Why cyan?
I don't remember.
Is that the color for iron? Okay.
Girl?
I like the green, but instead of like a dark green and like
Excellent.
a mix with like a black inky liquid, it's like a light gold with maybe almost like, yeah, it's like a light gold with a very
Understood.
light, like beginning of grass green.
Excellent. All I'm asking right now is to say, how high do you want me to jump? So understood. The light green and gold flourishes as you touch her, and like a little bit like is drawn onto Rose's tongue, and you feel a tingling, and then all of a sudden you understand what's being said, and it's a enriching and enjoyable experience. And as you play and Bazz, you sing. Landon, does Bazz have a lovely singing voice? It has yet to come up in this campaign, or is it average?
It's
Has
not
Bazz never
bad,
sang
but it's
before?
like he's nothing to write home about, but he can hit a pitch and
Carry a tune.
sing a song. Yeah.
Okay. Bazz, holy crap, you've never heard Bazz sing. And Foosh is at the other end of the table, not looking like a petulant teenager, but also just looking a little annoyed as she just mouths the words and doesn't sing them. And the song is played for a little bit. Adrenaline is beaming with joy, and then just finishes and goes back to eating. Weird little custom here. And at some point, Foosh leans into the table and goes, "Okay, well, Bazz, what were the last however many moons? Spill, come on."
Oh, yeah. How long has it been,
Okay.
Bazz?
The silent treatment, fair enough.
Sorry, that was Landon the player. The 11
No, I know.
The 12 a.m. shuffle. Sorry, Zach. So give it to me one more time.
Do it, girl. She just said, what's transpired over the last however many moons?
Well, so
You guys get the news here.
no. No news.
Foosh furrows her brow kind of annoyedly. Glow gives a polite smile. Adrenaline beams going. No.
No.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
So I walk through the tree, and I pop back out in a mysterious place, and I wander through the wilderness, and I run into Yellick to Noth.
Your dad goes wide-eyed. Your mom furrows her brow. Foosh just rolls her eyes.
He's looking in a pond, and I walk up to him, and he asks me who I am. But not like, "Oh, who are you?" Like, he already knew the answer to the question. Like, he was just asking me to see if I knew the answer to the question. And then he, like, does, like, a thing, and I, like, wake up, and he's gone. And then I have these weird power stuff. And so I just keep walking through the woods, and I get to a boat. And I get on the boat, and that's where I met these guys.
I didn't
And-
meet you on a boat.
No, not
yeah.
Ro. Ro was later.
How much of the last almost year do you recount?
I don't get into the geopolitics of it. I kind of use generalized terms for, like, bad guys, these places we're trying to do bad things to this, like, basically I tell them about how, like, we got on the boat, we made peace between these fish guys in the town, and went to this beautiful city of huge buildings and vast peoples called Unsen, and how we were attacked and how we escaped and made our way over to Home Cove and described the wonders of the opalescent tome and going into the sea and finding monsters down there and fighting the wreckage of a ship. And I describe our adventures, and I describe I don't skip a whole lot out. I just
tell him about like Dolgoth now.
I tell him about Dolgoth. I tell him about this person hunted us down, and at the end I kind of say that like people know us now when we go places. Like they know my name and they know our names, and we have to like.
Bazz, as the story grows and moves and starts to take the entire course of dinner, with Craig occasionally bursting out with descriptions he can't contain, and then sometimes burping in agreement. Do any of the other party members weigh in? It's fine if they don't interrupt.
I feel like Ro would a little bit, but just to like, I feel like Ro would be like, wait, what about this? You know,
say, oh
like
yeah.
nothing. I think she would. I think she would like. I think she would like realize like that Bazz is not going into like politics and all. Like I think she would catch on to that. I feel like,
but
I feel like
Americans have these 5 generals, and they all serve the emperor. And the generals, they tried to take over the city, this place called Zedge. Now Zedge is east of here, about a few hundred miles, and it's actually pretty good if you ever get. I don't get into that stuff. I used.
Right, I got you.
I feel like Ro would pop in and be like, and there was a king though. And it was
Oh
kinda
yeah, there's a
handsome.
king. We met a king. We had to smuggle in a escape for him to get out of his kingdom because it had been overtaken.
And so, as this story draws and stretches for what you all have trouble recognizing is a couple hours, as it stretches and moves, and Linner is absorbed by it. The family, like your sisters, your father is just lost in
I talked about getting
so
like the
moved
boon
by
of the
your
Mad
story.
Prince and the staff, and like I talk about that and how I got to where I could turn it into a sword or a little wand, or like mold it and it could have vines that went out to things. And then I feel like I get to the part about the Westwood and I pause a little bit, and I feel like I don't talk about. I leave that part a little bit more hazy as well.
Okay.
Not because I don't trust them,
Right.
but because I know that somehow even Madame Miscore can see things here. So I don't talk about where it is. I don't talk about exactly what I saw. I just say that we found this underground bunker with this magic, and I touched this Crook of the Mad Prince to this magic, and it uncreated itself and then fused with me, and ever since then I woke up looking like this.
And through all of the turns and impacts of your story, your parents are just deeply engrossed, and in their different ways beaming with pride. Your father he does this thing where when you tell stories, as you've known him to when listening his whole life, he's very expressive, and his face reflects what's going on. And when in your stories you're fighting the perils of Dolgoth, his face is laced with worry. And when you are discovering great powers, his face is filled with joy. And when you describe the deep magics in whatever detail you do, his face is filled with wonder, and he's just so engrossed. Your mother's face sort of warms over into these expressions of pride and calm and happiness. And your sister's expression begins very petulant and incredulous, and then moves into astonishment, and eventually sours into this stalwart, cold listening. And your family is just deeply engrossed in the story. Tello interjects like 5 or 6 witty comments through the telling and not much else. And as the story wraps up, Bazz, there's this strange moment where as you finally tell your family everything you'd wanted to, you're left with just a stunned silence, as each of your family members is just floored by the concept that their son, who was sent out to go see if he could find an answer to this problem they were dealing with, has instead returned as kind of a blossoming legendary hero who has done incredible great things and also lived miseries maybe they can't even understand. And there's
in the
just
story. Sorry, I just want to make sure.
Yeah,
I end the
no.
story basically
Do it.
saying, I've come here because I have some ideas on what's going on. I have asked the strangest, wisest, some of the most powerful people I possibly could throughout the world, or the half of it that I traveled, and nobody knew anything about this place, or why things were happening. But I think I have a couple of ideas, and I wanted to talk to the Deep Roots again before going to the next place that I think might have some answers.
As you say that and wrap up the story, your mother just sits back, a smile on her face, and she goes, "Pause it. You did it. Did it, honey." And then your dad just goes, "That's amazing, B. I mean, wow." And he just sits there kind of stunned, and Foosh isn't saying a word. She just kind of starts carefully studying the stone on the table. And finally, after a little bit, Galog kind of takes a hard blink and she goes, "Well, hon, I mean, you got to reach out to Vesb." Also, as this part of the conversation has come back in, his parents have quit speaking in common again. And Ro, so basically everybody at the table except for, because I think Tello also speaks Sylvan, correct, Abby?
So, let me check.
Could you verify on a sheet? So presumably everyone other than Craig gathers from this point in the conversation that the parents aren't trying to be secretive, but the conversation is starting to hit home so hard that, no, Abby, or yes?
No.
Okay, so Tello and Craig are left lost, but everyone else at the table gathers that the family's not necessarily trying to be secretive, but the weight of this has pulled them back into their mother tongue, and unintentionally they're excluding everyone else as well, these two people, and everyone else is included, as they say, as Galel continues and says, I don't know where Vesp is at the moment, but we could try to meet up with him, get you back in contact, because I mean, that's Blossom, we didn't even know you were going to come home with all that stuff. That's wild.
I didn't know I was either.
Who's Vesp? Rose says, meekly.
She kind of blinks hard for a moment. And she switches back into common, realizing, guests at the table. She says, well, Vesb is, he's one of the Deep Roots here. You probably don't know what a Deep Root is, do you, hon?
Like the roots of a tree?
They're like... You talked about that king, Ewan. They're like the kings of our society, you know? People who are just there to help you out. And, they just know you. They're common people, but sometimes they know some stuff that's helpful. And Ro, you hear as she describes completely missing what a king is. And she continues and says, and they're kind of some of the oldest and wisest of us, and they're connected to the land. Because I'm sure you know all about the Vistial and the Seven Stars. Wow. Man,
she just kind of looks to Bazz.
Different, huh, Bazz?
It is completely different, yeah.
They connect us to the land and watch over our histories and our future. Vesb is the one who is sort of the mentor and teacher for our boss. And the one who sent him out on his whole journey. So probably the fellow that Bazz, he's one of the people most connected to and listening to Agba. So probably one of the people that Bazz needs to go speak to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anywho.
So.
Well, honey, we're just so glad to have you home. I can't believe you're here. I guess you should. And then Adrenaline interrupts your mom, which never happens. And he takes a hard blink and he goes, you kind of need to move on then, don't you?
do you mean?
I mean, are you done? Or I mean,
No.
that bloody guy. Do you have to still get him away, or?
I think the bees are a sign.
So
a
this isn't
symptom
you
of
coming
pain that
back.
the-
This is you visiting.
Yes.
Well, we're so proud of you, and so glad you're alive, and glad you're here. Stay as long as you like, or even for the night, if you just wanted to.
We'll be here for a bit.
Maybe you could see Vez tomorrow.
I would. Yeah. Honestly, I wanted to see you guys more than anything. I miss y'all so much. I've thought about you
Sweet Blossom.
constantly, every single day.
I made
I've
4 new
missed-
statues, and
Oh, you
Galal just
did?
reaches over and goes, "Hun," and he goes, "I'm sorry. It's fun to have you back."
Bazz and I started a business.
Wow. Is that-
kind of like statues, right?
Everybody at
Bazz?
the table looks kind of confused.
Like
Business
little,
centers, they don't
little
have
guys,
Fish leans in and goes,
Little-
what's a busyness?"
little figures.
And then Foosh goes, "Oh, you trade."
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
kind.
cool.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Cool. And then Adrenaline beams with even more pride and goes, "So you are sculpting?" I just tear out of his eye.
I look at Ro and I'm like, don't talk anymore. Stop it. No.
And he goes, "I mean, there's no pressure, but I always knew you had it in you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I knew you would sculpt.
It's something like that.
Hey, however you do it, bud, I'm sure it's good. I'm sure of it."
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
And then he just starts busying himself by eating something.
All right.
And
Okay.
at some point, dinner can end if you like it too.
Yeah.
Okay. There's
Like we're all
more
cleaning up.
jokes and stories at some point as Bazz is helping clean up.
I
Galal tries
noticed
to
my
stop him.
sister. I noticed how angry my sister is. So not angry, but like not happy. So I
Yeah.
at some point I want to make a point to like pull her away
Sure,
and like try
sure.
to talk with her.
As dinner is winding down, Adrenaline can't help and starts telling a lot of childhood stories about Bazz, some which are funny, some of which are a little embarrassing. At one point, he just starts talking about, oh my goodness, and then there's the night Bazz was conceived. It was so nice.
Okay,
And Galal smiles, and then
I just remembered a story that I left out about
oh,
when we went.
okay, and Bazz, you
Yeah.
successfully diffuse and circumvent that, and then you're like, oh yeah, I forgot about how they do that crap, and it's circumvented. But there's like, we'll just skip past it for the sake of time. But there's just like an hour of like your dad takes you and shows you all the new sculptures, and he has you repeat like 6 parts of the story. He won't quit hugging you all evening. Galal is also very happy to see you. She starts, Bazz, you notice she's starting doing this thing where she gets your bag and she just starts searching through it. Something maybe you don't love that your mother does. And she just starts
You want me to tell
looking
you
at
what
items.
She finds?
Yes, please do.
Okay, so she finds. Where's my inventory? Okay. She finds a silver chalice with dragon shells. She finds the bathtub beer flask. I don't know where that's from. That may
gross,
not be
that's
weird. A ring, a brooch, the bonsai tree, which I took with me, I guess. The boot with the weird
do you
tape
want to say
on
you
it.
left that on the ship, or is that with you?
I can leave that on the ship.
Okay, because it's just a bonsai in a pot, so.
just stuffed in his
She
bag.
finds diamond dust and onyx, actual diamonds. She finds a box. She finds some berries.
You
finds
catch her
the
before she
Alondra
starts
stone.
fiddling with the box,
Okay.
which she absolutely
She
does start fiddling
finds the
with, and you
pixie
get it from her.
council ring. Oh, I think I forgot to talk about the Feywild and the Shadowfell. Like I definitely forgot
Okay.
about that.
Excellent. A lot
Not
to
on
recount.
purpose. She finds
Sure,
the
yeah.
chime.
Okay.
She finds.
And Bazz, as she's nosing through your stuff, you have to be like, no, Mom, and you have to take the box away. And then she goes
pet
to ring the
sticks,
chime,
button.
and you have to be like, no, and get that away from her too.
Wait. Yeah. She finds the poison and the daggers from Dolgoth, the leaves from my dream, way back.
So she's just rummaging through stuff. She eventually gets to the money satchel Bazz, and she goes, honey, these are so cute. What are these?
That's how they do trade everywhere.
Okay, they're lovely.
People
I
like
feel
them
like there's
lot.
a better way to. Okay.
They like them a lot.
We don't judge.
And so
We don't judge here.
hey, I didn't understand for a while, but like, it's a big deal out there.
Well, Sugar Booty, is there anything that we could keep from your travels as kind of like a memory? I mean, our memory
yeah.
wall's a little blank from this time.
Let me look at what I got.
What about this little box? It's cute. Does it have anything important in it?
That one, oh no, that one is I'm delivering it somewhere. I have
Okay,
to take it
all
with
right.
me.
What's inside?
Don't please, can I have it?
Okay. All right.
All right, thank
Oh
you.
my goodness, Mr. Grown Up.
Ha 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 ha. I take out. Oh, I take out the tankard with the Saloon water.
Okay.
The sealed
Oh.
tankard that has the water of Saloon in it, and I hand it to her, and I say, "This is magical water from an ancient holy temple on another continent,
Wow.
and if you drink it, it will heal you."
That's very honey. That's so cute. I don't even. And she actually flips it over. Oh gosh! Wow, that's
Yeah.
cool. And then
It's
she
to
proceeds
make
to play
sure
with
that-
that for about 10 minutes.
It
The lid
keeps the
opening and
water fresh because
And
it
she just-
seals it.
She just quits listening to your tirade about how magical and important she is, and she goes, "Charlie, look at this!" And then she starts sitting there just opening it, and he gets absorbed in it. And your parents are fascinated by this mechanical invention for a while. And your dad starts bragging about how he's going to tell all the neighbors about you and all you've accomplished. And as your sister has stalked back outside to move the wheelbarrow to its resting place, or the wheel cart outside, this could be an easy time to find her if you like.
Yeah.
Also,
I
everyone
slip
else,
away.
you are shown to Bozz's room as his father assures you, we've got more than enough room in here. Foosh probably doesn't want you in her
Bozz's
room. You're welcome with me and Galelg, but we're probably going to be the only two in our bed. And you guys put together that after their conversation at dinner, boundaries and normal lines might be very different in this culture. So you politely dissuade that offer. But you're basically seen to all have one giant sleepover in Bozz's room.
Okay.
But
no.
Bazz, you can easily find Foosh outside right now if you like. Or Ro, what was that?
I go up. Oh yeah.
Oh, go ahead, Bazz.
That's
Okay.
gonna be a
I was
long
just gonna-
thing. You do your thing.
Okay.
Do your thing
I was
first.
just gonna ask Bozz's dad as we did that. Would it be okay if I like made my bed on the floor here?
Of course.
Like I don't. It kind of disrupts the ground a little bit. It's like plants and stuff.
Galog just looks at you confused and goes, honey, how else would you do it? And she just reaches down and puts her hand on the floor and whispers, and all these like daisies sprout up from the ground.
Ro,
And
like
she
a
does that 3 or
huge
4 times.
smile comes across Ro's face, and she goes, "Oh, so you do magic just like Bowles?"
Well, Galog smiles, and then his dad just smiles a really warm, innocuous smile and goes, we did make him. And
Yeah, that makes sense.
Bazz, you're outside, and your sister is wheeling the cart around the corner. They don't have like a garage or a stable. They just put it behind the tree because nobody steals much here.
Hey.
Hey, mighty adventurer.
Something's wrong. I can tell.
How would you put the cart up?
No, not with the cart. With you.
I don't know. Have I gotten shorter since you left?
A little bit, but that's beside the point. What's going on?
Okay, shut up. She just goes back to pushing the cart. She finally pushes it up against the back of the tree, walks back around the corner, sees you're still there, and goes, your quest isn't done, but you felt like you had to come back and just remind us how awesome you are.
No, it's not.
I'm glad you're not dead. But how are all the cool powers? Was it cool seeing the whole world? Sounds cool.
Bazz is he's not silent because he's taken aback by what she's saying. But he does pause for a moment, and he like kind of looks down.
And she seems surprised by this reaction.
He looks up at
confused.
her. He says, "Oosh, I'm not enough. I will never be enough. And I am trying desperately to do something that is impossible.
Okay,
and I wish that it wasn't me."
They didn't mean it that bad. Jeez, you're being dramatic.
I am.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't.
No, I mean, I understand. I understand exactly how you feel. There are great places out there. It is unbelievable and wild, the things that I can do, and there have been really fun moments, but there's nothing. I don't have any answers. I only get more questions every.
Okay. Slow down.
I'm sorry.
Slow down, philosopher. Well, I was pissed that you got to be the hero, but I just kind of scratches her chin. You okay, boss?
No.
Yeah, you don't have to do any of this, right?
No.
You don't have to.
I think that I don't want to.
You don't have
but
to.
I do have to. I do have to.
I don't know.
I don't. If I stop now, I gave all my stuff to Craig, and I said, "You guys go on the rest. I've gone far enough." I couldn't live. I've seen things. I know things. If I do nothing, I couldn't live. If I did nothing.
Bazz, you're kind of scaring me.
I really wish I could stop. I don't mean to scare you. I just want you to know that I would give anything.
Okay, well, shut up. You don't
Stay
have to.
here.
Or, I mean, oh, that's not what I thought you were going to say. Okay, look. You can. It could be done if you want. I don't know. This isn't my stuff. But, like, I don't know. Just talk with the deep roots. Go spend some time with Agba.
Yeah.
You're
I think I will. I love you, Foosh. You know that, right?
Yeah, shut up. I love you too. But
I just give her a big hug. and I
Okay.
cry a little bit, but like not like super hardcore, but just a little bit.
Okay. She hugs you loosely, doesn't like hugging you, but then if a sob gets out, she hugs you real tight. Doesn't let go. She doesn't quit hugging you. She just kind of stalls there, concerned for a long time. And if she lets go, lets go of the hug, but she keeps a hand on your shoulder, and she just kind of walks you to a root nearby and sits you down. I mean, not like forcing you, but, leading you if you'll let her. And she sits down on the root with you. She goes, "Is it really that bad?"
Every day I know more about the world and the problems it faces, and it's pretty bad. It's not without hope, but it was a lot better just to be here and not have to worry about it all.
You watch as your sister. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, boss. Please.
I miss when I was just your brother, when I just took care of the bees.
As you say the start of the sentence, you watch her look around the landscape, for which the sun is beginning to set and the colors are starting to dim. She looks around the landscape and looks at the home that you know for so long she's wanted to see beyond. As you say that last part, she looks over at you and goes, "Oh, don't worry, stupid. You'll always be my brother. Yeah, too dumb to be anything else, but I mean..."
There are good things. It's been better recently.
Doesn't sound like it.
I got to talk. You can't tell a single soul about this. You have to swear.
Bazz, I could keep a secret.
You
Come
have
on.
to swear. I
Dad
talked.
still doesn't know about the broken...
He never
figurine.
will know. He never will know
Yeah,
about
he
that.
won't.
I talked to the God that made the entire world. I spoke with him.
What? Oh, you're
I
serious.
saw him. I spoke with him.
You spoke with
I woke up that I
Yachala.
was different. No, bigger.
Oh,
bigger.
she says Yachala, which is the maker.
Oh, yes.
Because your people are some with the most accurate understanding in the world of the maker. And
Oh,
those
really?
balances.
I didn't know that.
yeah,
Okay,
Og,
yeah,
was, Og was over the wellspring.
I know, but I don't know if the words that like we use for the things are the same things that they use. Okay, I would not have said it like
your
that.
family wouldn't be familiar with the term the maker at all, but they're very
Yes.
familiar with the term Yachala.
Yes. Okay, then I would immediately go to that and be like, yes, I spoke
Yeah,
with
sorry.
Yahweh.
Understood.
I saw him,
Oh, Yagba.
and he was at peace. I don't know.
She just reaches out and squeezes your shoulder real hard. You've really been through it, huh?
Yeah.
That's
All those
amazing.
friends in there, I watched them die. Brought it back to life, but they were dead. I was there when they took their last breath.
She just holds your hand and squeezes it, but she goes back to staring at the grass as the lights fade over it. Wow. That blows. Sorry, Bazz.
Yeah.
That cracks. Okay.
Is that a slang term that cracks? Okay.
No,
Is that what
Bazz,
they're saying these
you're
days?
very familiar with that phrase. It's
Okay.
like the crack of a tree, which is rare in this place.
Okay.
It's a superlative for that's awful in your culture, but she just goes,
I'm not back for good, but I want to feel like I'm at home.
you
just
don't
want-
have to leave.
I know. but I need to.
I'm sure there are other heroes.
There are, and they're doing what they can. And we're doing what we can.
What was... Are you allowed to talk about what Yukala was like, or?
Yeah. And I tell her, I do talk. I feel like there's some inhibitions at first about talking about that stuff, but I do talk about it. And I talk about, like, meeting the guardians of a wellspring on another continent, and making my way through a confusing forest, going into the wellspring, saying how it killed one of the companions, how it's powerful, mysterious, and dangerous, but the description of what the Maker looked like, his voice, what he said.
You just blow Fuchsia's mind. She's just stunned and listening. She doesn't have any of her usual quips or comebacks. And after there's a long silence after that, she still doesn't let go of your hand, which she never holds. After a long silence, she goes, "What's the ocean like?"
Oh.
And at some point in the conversation, she just reverted and went back to Sylvan.
I join her and I talk about how salty it is and how...
When you say that, she goes, "I knew it."
Wild it is and how vast it is, and it can go on and on and on and on and on. And I tell her about how she's been in visions that I've had.
At first, she's kind of excited about that.
And I see her at the edge of a pond, and I see a dark red mist flowing, and I try to get to her and I can't. And that if I stop trying, I feel like the mist will catch up to everybody. I can't stop. And I pull out the leaves from my pocket and I say, "These are from the dream, Boosh."
She holds them. Oh. Bazz, you're different now. Sorry. She hands the leaves back to you. Should I go with you? You know I can fight.
You can fight.
Sounds like you could use all the help you could get. That Craig guy could show me how to use a sword.
Could. I really don't think you should, though.
Yeah.
I know you're itching to go out.
No, it's...
No, I want to take you there.
Pause.
I want to show you the best
Everything
places.
you talked about sounds real bad.
No, but let me tell you about how beautiful these places are. Like, I don't like rub it in her face, but I'm just like there are good parts of this world, and there's people that are kind and that are willing to overlook the people that are different and weird things that you don't understand. People help you understand, and just like how people push through adversity and just trying to find the same normal life that I miss. You know, like people in Unsen, Port Resplendissant, who are facing an army of an empire who can't be stopped and are trying to like live their lives and sell horses and make bread, you know, and dance. And then you go to Home Cove and you see, even in the places where the empire is present, there's people that are making the best of it and people that are happy and people still find a reason to be happy no matter what. So
She just reaches down and touches the root next to her, rubs it softly. You really are different, Bazz. I don't know if you're this amazing hero Mom and Dad think, but maybe you are going to become one of the Deep Roots. Got a lot more wisdom than when you left. Stupid. His name's really Spagoober? And then we'll just smash cut to back inside.
Let me tell you about Ro's ex-fiance.
Why? Y'all
And
know
then at some
anything
point she
about
goes,
him.
Sirloin crotch, that makes sense.
Sirloin crotch. I know, right? You think red flag? No, not to Ro. He was a distant cousin of an old king, so it was hard
Baz
to
and
resist.
Baz and Foosh are
You
gone
don't
for
know
like
that.
2 hours. Night sets, and you guys are prepared places to sleep. And as the conversation is wrapping up and you guys are headed back in, Baz, as you're going back in, Foosh just quit talking for a while, and then she goes back in. She kind of grabs you and gives you a really harsh, involuntary hug. And she lets go of you. She goes, "Come back if you can."
Oh, I will be back so much. I just figured out how to do it too. I couldn't do it until like 2 days ago, which is why it's taken me so long. I can walk through any tree and just jump out of another tree now. Any tree in the world that I've seen. So that's pretty sick.
Just brag. She just shoves your head, but as she does, she can't wipe a smirk off her face. She walks back inside. And unless there's anything else really essential, the party goes to sleep. And the night is restful. And the next day, there's more fruit concocted breakfast. More excitement. More stories. Your mom is Galelg
your
is
mom.
enraptured.
Oh, sorry.
Galelg is enraptured by this Nom character and wants to know her origins. Your father is very excited by this Bellandra lady. Says she sounds nice.
This non character. Wait, who?
Nom.
Oh, Nom character. I thought you said non.
Foosh wants to know about every single enemy you've defeated. There's more talking. But at some point, your family acknowledges that you probably... I can pick a different song. Your family acknowledges that you probably need to go find Vesb and speak with him. Let's go with this one. And...
I do want to ask my dad one thing. I want to see if I can ask him to make a small stone sculpture of Craig.
Okay. Your dad goes... Yeah, totally, man. Totally. It's going to take me a while. Days.
That's fine. We'll be here a little bit.
Okay. Well,
not like
pop out for whatever you got to, and then come back, and I'll have one.
Okay. It would mean the world.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Thank you so much, Dad.
All right. I'm going to make a note of that. But you guys are bidded breakfast. They send you with, like, they know you can make food, and they still send you with a bunch of fruit provisions.
That's awesome.
You guys can each put in your inventory like a week's worth of fruit provisions.
Yes.
I'm gonna ask Bazz. We all sleep in Bazz's room, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna say, like, when Gretta can't fall asleep because she's like a night owl, I'm just gonna say she played with Bazz's little dragonfly if he lets her. And
and there's the letter down there too.
I don't touch the letter.
Don't touch the letter. Okay.
I'm gonna
Landon's just going, metal, darn it.
I'm gonna say, Bazz, did this also come from Dip Dap Dimnam?
Yes, it did. It did come from Dip Dap Dim Dop.
Dip Dap Now Pops?
Yes, that place.
Dim Dap Pop Knop.
Dim Dap
Cool.
Dob Dob. Dim Dap Pip Dop. Pimped.
Damn, it's not magical, is
Pixies.
it?
You can give me an Arcana check if you like.
Are you about to cast
let me
identify
just
again
finish.
in my room as everybody's asleep?
As everybody's asleep.
Cast identify on the letter, Grabby.
Or say, I'll
And these
say
are the
she's
moments
like,
where she
this
earned
is
the
like
name
sleepover
Grabby.
whispering. Okay, Arcana? Oh,
Yes.
guacamole. Wow, I have a crazy. I forgot. Wow. I'm used to playing like a level 7 normal character. Or level 4.
You've been doing
When?
this one forever.
Yeah,
Everyone at
wait,
once
when?
going, what are you talking about?
Ooh.
She just leveled up her character, guys. Leave her alone.
That'll be a 28.
Holy crap. No,
No.
not magical at all. No glyphs, no runes. How does it move? Greta, give me a rumors check. You're proficient.
And I'm gonna use my inspiration.
And if one of you is proficient in inventions, you could, but nobody is.
You need 24.
Oh, you needed that. Okay, here's the thing, Greta. You've heard of Nosenyo, and it's come up before. And you've heard of the mechanizers. You've heard of those who tinker and are beginning to develop this practice called mechanization, where mathematical systems and understanding are used to produce physical objects which repeat processes. And how this is some gnomish cultural practice in Nosenyo in the far north of the Earth and Bloom. You got a 24. And that's going to wrap a little bit into an intelligence check. Here's the thing, Greta. You don't know the first thing about Nosenyo. But you do know gnomes. And this thing is bronze. I mean, that's not a super high check. You can identify bronze as a metal. At least the outer parts are. And that's weird. Because you are not the stone master that Craig is, and he failed his check. But, you've never heard of gnomes working with bronze. Now, that doesn't mean that Nosenyan gnomes couldn't have. Maybe they have that there. But you've just never heard of gnomes and bronze. Bronze isn't a super common metal in any of the areas you're familiar with.
How do I know that gnomes did it?
Because you are aware from your check that the gnomes are the ones developing this novel practice of mechanizing and Nosenyo.
Okay. Okay.
That's the only place you've heard of that. Anywho. Anybody got anything else from that retroactive night before?
I'm gonna ask Bazz and say like, "Hey, Bazz."
Okay. As everyone else is asleep.
I'm going to write a letter on my parchment desk, on my paper, and I'm going to wrap it up and lay it on my desk.
Okay.
Or like in a drawer. Like addressed to my family. And I will write that letter and I will give it to you.
Lando,
At
do
another
it.
time.
Heck yeah. I love it. Landon, the Bazz story has been a slow burn, but man, it's so rich when we actually get some of it. I love your character so much. Oh, I love this campaign. Okay. Greta, did you ask that question to Bazz?
Can you say the question one more time? Because Jackie may have missed it.
Yeah, I think I'll say it again for Jackie. I don't ask it actually. I like look at it for a long time, then I like play with it and just stare at it, but I don't.
Okay. Excellent. So back to where we were. So the next day, provisions, discussions, and you guys are sent on your way. You are told that Vesb is further north toward the center of Agba, checking on some of the hives, and that in the way of your people, specific directions are often lacking. People just wander around looking for each other. A culture of great peace, not always of efficiency. And so you're sent off to look for your mentor, and
No. Oh, did you fart? Did I hear that correctly?
Yes, the silencer's off. You guys
No.
can hear when I fart.
I hate
And the fun
it.
guys are sent out
We
from
did the stupid freezing too.
the Bazz. I froze and farted. Ooh, that's
So dumb.
a specific scent. And so you all are sent north of your home to wander the landscape in search of Vesp.
Wait,
the fun
I have a
guys are-
question.
I have an
Prior to
That
us
is my answer.
going, I feel like Ro would have asked like before they sent us on our way or whatever.
Yas.
I feel like I would have been like, Balls, is this something you need to do like on your own, or are we going with you, or to
Fun guys
to
for life.
speak?
Let's go.
Okay, I
should
just
split
didn't
up
know
the
if
party now.
no, I just didn't know if no, but I feel like Ro would be like, is this like a thing you need to do on your own? Because this guy is like
Yeah,
your
well,
mentor.
actually, now that you mention it, I think everybody except you should come.
Okay, well, I'll go
And the group
snooping
sets
around
off.
the island then.
Nice.
The
Do
group
it.
sets off across the landscape, and you all travel across this phenomenal landscape.
I'd roll the
And
encounter
much-
table. I'm
How
joking.
big is this island? Ro says to Boz. Like how
About
like
the size of Ohio.
no, like how like how long does it take? How long does it take to walk like from one end to the other?
Let me see how big Ohio is real quick. 1 second.
Oh my goodness.
Boz, I'll give you the answer now.
Yeah, DM, can you answer my question in
You're-
place of Boz?
You're familiar that you can walk non-magically across this aisle, and like, if you have an expeditious pace, in less than a month.
Oh, that's bigger than I expected.
Zachary, I'm not joking. I googled how long it takes to walk across Ohio, and the answer is 28 days. So
I don't mean to brag that I'm a DM, but I am. And that brag is hollow because I guessed that right now, but I'm going to own the victory.
Good job, Zachary. Good job.
Thank you. I feel very DMy right now. Wow. So the group is walking across the landscape. Boz, could you give me an odds or events?
You need to ask, Zachary.
I don't need to ask. That's a 17.
That's right, it is.
Boz is greeted by many individuals along the path that he knows. A small gaggle of pixies, a minotaur fellow, what is that? And all of you but Boz see a centaur for the first time in your life.
Awesome. So awesome. Wow,
I
so
got
cool.
a question.
Wow.
And each of these conversations are held in Sylvan, and there are greetings. But somewhere along the path of travel, Boz, you run into a friend you haven't seen in a long time, relatively short, standing only like 5'3" for a wood elf. She has cinnamon skin, tightly curled hair, and a very even, accounted demeanor. And you see Chalalal, who you haven't seen in forever. But you guys are like walking across a path, and it's very Tolkien-y in the best pleasant moment where everything here is very verdant. Nothing here is in a season of decline or fall. This looks like a landscape that maybe is just kind of perpetually in spring. And you're walking across this hill that comes to a narrower point across which a path is tread. Not a dirt path, just a path of like dampened ground under travel. But no matter how compacted this earth is, the grass always regrows. So it's just this like grass flattened path filled with forbs at either side. And when the wind blows, they have this sort of like dandelion-like plant, but it comes in columnar heads, so they break off into tiny little seeds that float away into the wind all at once, and the landscape looks like it's snowing upward. And as you're moving across the path, this woman, Trellalal, comes across your path, Boz, who you haven't seen in forever. And from a distance, she like kind of smiles politely, and then she gets closer and goes, Boz? Wow.
It has
Hey.
been so long. How are you doing?
You have gold in your face.
I have green in my skin. It's weird.
Yeah, wow.
I tan easy.
You went on a venture, right?
Yeah, I like saw half the world. It was wild.
Ro looks at Hello and Greta and is like,
What have you been up to? What have you been doing?
Honestly, shoulders. Same as always. Just
You look great.
trading. Thank you. This one's new, and she gestures down at this kind of like half gown she's wearing, which is it's really cool. It's one swath of fabric that comes around her neck, down her chest, and around her hip, and then it just tucks into a second swath of fabric that moves all the way around her hips, up around the other side, and around her chest. So it's just like two long pieces of cloth that are designed in such a way that they fold into each other and tied that way. So it's like she's made a dress out of two blankets, but very intentionally woven. And as you get close, you realize that the whole thing is made out of like strips that are sewn together at essential sections, but then just tie into each other at others, and they overlap in ways that you can't see the knots. And like a bit of her like hip on each side is exposed, and one shoulder. It's very like gorgeous. And the colors at the top of the dress is spring, and at the bottom is fall, and it just transitions down her. And she has a satchel at her side that you can see that like different fabrics are poking out of, and she goes, "Yeah, business is great." I was actually kind of on my way to your neck of the woods, see your family again.
Really? Yeah, they're all home.
I haven't seen the in-laws in forever, so I just thought I'd poke around. But
Sorry. Hello.
Yes, so rude of me. Hi.
Hi there.
I'm Trelal. And
Hi.
this conversation's all been in Sylvan. And
Oh,
Greta casts tongues on Ro. Greta casts tongues on Ro, and Ro can understand.
Yeah.
And so she just slips into common, realizing who's here, and she goes, "Hi, I'm Trelal.
Hi. I'm Rowena.
You must be Bazz's friends.
Oh, yeah, we are. Did you say in-laws?
Are you? Your accent's not Ogben at all.
Oh no, I'm from Zedge. I've never been here.
You're Dryad and you're from Zedge?
Yeah. It's a weird long story that I don't really know quite all the answers to.
Okay, well, hi, Shalal. You said it was Ro?
Ro, yes.
Okay.
That is.
And Tello just like leans over Ro and goes, "Tello." And she goes, "Hi."
These are my friends. I met them on my journeys.
She points at Greta.
I am Greta.
Hi. And then Craig goes, "Craig."
Sorry, long trip. I don't mean to be rude.
It's a lot of walking.
Circling back, did you say in-laws?
Yeah.
As in, to who?
She gives Boz a face and she goes, "Nothing after all that time."
We used to be married a long time ago.
Well, so not in-laws anymore, but you know, in-laws
Ro
enough.
looks back at Tello and starts like elbowing Tello.
Tello's just, he's like smiling and then he goes, and his mouth is just, he's lost his cool fully. His mouth is agape, his eyes are in shock, and he's just stuck there, just buffering, just, there's like a dial modem like somewhere in the background. He's just lost. Craig goes, and
That's what Micah would do.
thank you. It was a good Micah impression. And she goes, I mean, you know, not married much, but
When? For how long?
adrenaline never
Details.
really lets you not be family.
Like a day or two, I
A
think.
day or two?
What?
It's a long
wasn't a-
story.
It wasn't a big thing. It was
How long
ago?
Celia Naga.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
You've never told them, boss? Wow, glad I leave an impression.
No, I just
She crosses
it
her
hasn't
eyes,
come
smiling.
up. I'm sorry. It wasn't a
Fine,
bad
it's not a big
time.
deal.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good to see you.
Yeah, it's good to see you.
You should go
Good to
see my
meet you,
parents.
Boss's
They'd love
friend.
to see you. They always liked you.
I mean, I can't. If I pass by and don't say hi, Foosh hunts me down. Only on
Right.
behalf of your dad. So,
that sounds like her.
no. All right,
Right.
well, good to see you.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll
have a good
marry you
one.
again
And I give her a hug.
And gives you a little side hug and
Yeah.
walks on by. She
A
goes,
polite
"Good to meet you all,"
hug.
and smiles and keeps walking.
As soon as
And
she
she
gets
just
like,
goes on down the path.
yeah, as soon as she gets like semi, like not even fully out of earshot, just like enough to not be too awkward, Ro like hits Boz.
What?
Boz, why didn't you tell us you were married?
It was a weird. It's okay. It's like a weird tradition thing.
You must tell us all the details.
Okay.
Tello just looks at Bazz and goes,
It was a day. It was like 2 days. It was like a day and
How
a
are you
half.
married today, Balls?
So there's this thing
Why did
here.
you guys?
I didn't even know there was like divorce in your culture.
It's not divorce. It's not just.
So you're
it's
still married, Balls?
not. We just decided to stop. I don't know. Is there like someone we go talk to? I don't. What do you mean?
Ro is like shaking with
I don't understand.
like she's like drooling
Ro,
over
within
this
you,
this
the
knowledge.
secret- Ro, within you, the secret of sirloin crotch is just burning. As none of these people know. But anyways, continue, Bazz.
So there's this thing that like when Twilo and Twila come together in the skies, we do
Sterling
this.
scrotum.
We do this thing where like all the young people are supposed to go and like dance and stuff in front of Agba, and like if like petals from Agba fall on two people at the same time, they're supposed to be like married right then and there. And it's like not. It's more of like a haha, you know, like, oh, that's so. But like there was this lady who was like, no, you have to be married right now.
Okay.
And we were like, okay, and we were cool, we're friends, but like, you know.
How long ago
So-
was this?
It was like maybe a little bit before I left. I don't know.
Did
Up to you, boss.
did you have feelings for her?
She's a good friend. She's great, but it wasn't a good fit. You know, it just wasn't.
Interesting.
She's great. She's great. Like she's awesome.
What else have you been keeping from us, Balls?
Jack.
This doesn't feel like a big deal. It was like a day and a half.
It's
It was just an
definitely
old
a big
lady.
deal, Balls.
It
You
was
were
an old
married.
lady. She was just like, "You're married," and we were like, it wasn't even like a big thing. And we just kind of like sat down together and we were like, "Do you want to be married?" And she was like, "I don't know," and I was like, "I don't know." And then we just kind of didn't talk about it
Interesting.
again for a while. And then I guess we eventually realized we didn't want to be. I think.
Interesting. So what you're saying is Greta could go around and tell people they're married, and things
No,
just.
I'm not
she's
gonna
not
do
a
that.
deep
Well, she's-
root. What are you
But she's
talking
an old
about?
lady. You said it was
She's
just
not
an
a
old
deep
lady.
root.
You
was
said
a
it was just
deep
an old
root.
lady. Well, you didn't tell me
Okay,
that.
you're gonna have to treat our practices with more respect, or else people will get angry at you.
I'm at a loss for words, Balls.
What?
Tello goes, married.
I know, right? We have two party members that are married.
We're married.
We're
Two
married.
I think Craig
Craig
technically
goes,
still is.
still married.
Craig
Shut
is still
up.
married. I'm not. I'm not married anymore.
Interesting.
Craig
Okay.
just walks up and puts a hand on your arm, Bazz, and goes solemnly. We'll both win him back, dude. We'll both win him
I
back.
don't need to win her.
We'll both win him back.
Oh, she's very pretty, Balls.
He just
pretty,
reaches up,
yeah.
not able to reach your mouth, puts a middle finger on your chin, and goes, shh, 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 shh. We'll win. And then he goes back to winning, walking down the
Okay. I'm gonna go find Vesb now.
Yeah.
All right.
path. Okay.
Yeah,
Y'all
I
got any
guess-
more weird questions for me before we go, or anything?
Probably. I have a
Alright.
question for the DM.
Yeah, what's up?
While we're walking, like further on until we get there or whatever, can Ro do either, I don't know what it would be, investigation or perception for like looking at all the people there? Like because I think she's very intrigued to
yes.
see groups of people that look like them besides just her and Bazz and like Bazz's family. And like if they have like different colored leaves, different kinds of leaves, do any look similar to her? Like stuff like that. She's really
Give me an investigation check.
She's really looking around. That's a 16.
16. Ro, it's not that there's a lack of information, it's that there's an inundation of information. You meet all sorts of people, minotaurs that you've seen very little of in your whole life. Okay, some of them are from here, or maybe just their descendants are here, you're not sure. Saw a centaur for the first time, pixies for the first time.
Did the centaurs and minotaurs, did they have features, like dryadic features? Like, did they have like leaves in their hair or green skin,
No,
stuff like that?
not the
Okay.
ones you saw, but maybe others could.
Mm.
Pixies, a lot of pixies. You saw you saw a couple in Zedge, but you saw a satyr here. Didn't know they were outside of Zedge. And you saw a different satyr who did have dryadic features. But you've met like 4 or 5 more dryads and half dryads, and a lot of high elves and wood elves here as well. But features similar, features different, but you haven't met anyone who like strikingly looks like you.
Yeah.
And you're actually struck by how much you do look a little different from a lot of the other half dryads, not in like I'm a whole other thing, but just like very specifically different features.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay. The group travels on. Bazz, you know how to find Vesp as you travel. And it's that the apiary will lean in his direction. So wherever you walk, you just follow, you let the apiary guide you. And after another 3 days of travel, so we're now on Kalilan 5. No, because we passed another day that evening. Kalilan 6. You run into a low thicket of sort of thin
Zachary.
ass.
I never took damage.
What?
Girl, what?
Once I never took damage that I was supposed to take.
From? Something you're
The
not allowed to
thing.
talk about, or?
It's just, I don't know if you want to role play.
From
I
the
just wanted
sword?
to take it. Yeah. I don't know. Felt like I forgot to do it because we went a day.
Zach's screen
I
just
don't know.
went.
It doesn't matter, but I just want
That's
to let you know.
Good point. No. We need to be keeping track of that. Okay, quick someone role play while I look that up.
Greta, can you believe that he was married and didn't tell us? Greta, have you been married and didn't tell us?
Not that I can remember.
You can't remember, Greta. Wouldn't
Not
you
right
remember
now.
if you were married?
I don't think I've been married. No, because I was with Walter for like.
Wait, were you and Walter like a thing?
What do you mean?
Like more than friends?
You can do your D20, boss.
D20? Okay.
I don't. Not in
That's a
the way
12.
that you're asking. No.
Okay.
A 12.
Just
yeah.
like deeply connected
Cold.
on a soulful level. I understand that. Okay.
When you put it that way, it kind of makes it sound like that other way. But no,
It doesn't
absolutely.
have to be. Like, you know when you find a
No,
friend
yeah.
and they're like I feel like you
Yeah.
guys are like my soulmates in a way,
Yeah.
you know?
No, absolutely. I definitely think Walter and I were something like that. No, we worked together for. And she says a year that I don't want to say because I'm afraid I'll mess it up, but it's a long
Okay.
time.
It's
Like
a
the
long
equivalent
time.
of like
Do it. Say the
50 years, like 60 human years.
Was
Boom,
Walter
canon.
was Walter human?
Yeah.
Oh.
So maybe I guess
Oh.
like 60
So maybe like
years.
30 years.
A
Wow.
long
Or maybe
time.
like 20. Maybe like 20 years. 20 years.
That's a
Or
long
maybe
time.
14. A long
That's
time.
over. That's like
Stop it! You're making my history
No.
less
that's
exciting.
like that's like half my age.
Yeah.
Craig just
It was
goes,
a long
man,
time.
you're old. So
Yeah, I forget
Oz.
how old you are, Greta.
Yeah, it's because of my youthful.
You
glow.
do. You have a youthful glow about you.
I have a youthful.
I think you're
glow.
younger than me half the time.
Bazz, as the apiary leads you to a thin thicket of aspens running along another rill that comes down a path, you move into like a greater degree of shade in this area, and things calm. I want to pick another song. I'll go back to this one. And as you all walk down through the thicket, the apiary starts leaning harder and harder, attuned to the one who made it. And you are aware that Vesp must be somewhere within this thicket of trees, beneath its shadow.
I like start whispering, Bazz, can you hear me?
Should we join in, balls?
Yeah.
This stream breaks into a smaller rill, this tiny little stream that flows in between rock beds, and the aspens grow close together. You kind of have to weave between them, and there's many downtrodden paths among all the forbs here. It's like a lot of soft clovers and taller rushes, and the paths are worn by animal travel, and there's a lot of like sparrows dipping and darting back and forth between the branches, and as well as some orioles. You guys can look up an oriole, Oriole, if you like.
That's a
the
Boston baseball.
The orioles that are dipping around here are a bright green and a deep blue with yellow streaks down their belly and black napes that curl up around their eyes. And they have this like cooing song as they dip between the branches until finally one diploes between the water and lands next to you, Bazz. And where it does, there's this sudden flourish of magic, and all of a sudden, the oriole just explodes in a burst of feathers, and standing there is an old dryadic man. He's a deep weathered green, and his clothes are like a series of like knitted leaf layers that like wrap over each other at the breast. And his staff is this long green like pile of twisting vines, out of the top of which grow 5 like kind of red blossoming flowers that you realize each are flowers made of like ruby gems. And he leans on it, and his arms are thin, his fingers long. They come to points like those of roots at the end that are kind of withering and brown. And his face is long and sagging and forms into a huge, deep green, moist moss beard. And his head is bald, except for a crown of moss-like hair at the sides that come down into a long braid at the back. And he just leans forward and he goes, "Wasn't expecting you, boss. Hey. How are we doing? How are you?"
Good. Good to be back. Good to be home. These are my friends.
So there are. Hey, I'm Vesp. How are you all?
Good. How are you?
Good.
I look back. Oh, I'm sorry.
Curious look, and then looks back to Bazz.
Vesp is one of the deep roots. So he sent me out
Most
on
handsome deep
a trip.
Some would say.
I will not.
It's an honor
argue.
to meet you.
Abby.
That's not what I was saying.
Should have prepared y'all for how like flirty everybody in the Lost Lands is. It's just part
He
of
just
it.
chuckles. Oh, Bazz, I didn't think you'd be back so soon.
I'm just here temporarily to check something out. I'm probably gonna head back out after a week or so.
He looks down at the apiary and says, "How goes the venture?"
Grand. I met Yellick Tenanth. I got the Crook of the Mad Prince as a staff with a giant green emerald of his name. And then I lost it, and it became me. And now I'm here. So.
Agba, son, calm down.
Right.
It's a little wild.
I need to look at the wellspring at Agba.
Sure. You said the Mad Prince?
Yes.
Oh, straight to the source. Kid, I just sent you out to see if you could find somebody with wisdom.
Yeah.
Nobody knows what's going on. I guess they might have been true. Well, were you able to find any of the druids and Zedge I was hoping you'd run into?
I found a few. Nobody really knows what's going, like why things are happening. But everybody's pretty sure it's related to the same thing. It's just not really like a simple fix. It's a little bit deeper than that.
No, the y'all have met, even with the roots of the other stars, and all of our meditations, few answers.
The hive at
Sure.
my home is gone. How many are left?
He just leans over the staff and watches the rill for a second. Listens to it babble. And after a second, Greta, as you listen, you start to realize that he's muttering similarly to what the brook is saying. Also, good night,
cool.
Abby.
Nice. But thank you for the.
Guess you won't learn about
backstory.
Bozz's other ex-wife. But good night.
Okay.
I'll let you in on it.
Good night.
Thank you. I know I can safe.
And Vez continues and says, there may only be a couple thousand now.
Really? Is that just on Ogbar, or is that all the islands?
We didn't have a lot of... You gotta understand, we're stretched thin. Not a lot of Luzella left.
Okay.
Also, I've been saying these words a lot. Note taker. Vistyal is VIS''TYAL. And Landon, you have all these notes. And then Luzella is LUZELLA. Not that you have a clear definition for what any of that is yet, but he says those words. He says, but we think the numbers are low in the other isles, too. Agba's standing strong, but something's wrong with the spring, as you know. I'm not sure.
I think someone's corrupting them. I hear stories about a poisoned spring in the south of the world.
Yeah.
I visited one in Zedge that seemed to be okay. So I know what one should look like. I've seen that much. I've touched it. I felt it. I met
You touched it?
Yahala.
Oh, son. Goodness, boss. I didn't mean all that for you.
Yeah.
Wondrous, but... I didn't mean all that for you.
It's okay.
But if
Okay.
somebody else did, maybe that's not the worst thing. Look at you, kid. You're a century older inside.
Better or worse, yeah.
Better or worse. Still Bazz. Still Bazz. The poison springs far south.
Very far.
I saw fit to omit plenty of these details, but I guess they found you all the same. A land, Zorgrum, named after the figure I'm sure you're well acquainted with at this point now.
Yes. Very much so.
Oh, son, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
I thought you probably knew. I thought you probably thought that I wouldn't get that far.
I had an accurate summary. I was hoping to drop you off with Jaci and Zedge, and if you collect some answers in return, I didn't mean for your journey to... I always meant for you to find stuff I didn't know. I just didn't know you'd find everything I didn't know. Yeah. Sometimes you spend so long growing the plants, tending them, you forget you're not the one who makes them grow. I guess I thought I had more guidance over your path than I did. It might have been a mistake of mine, Bazz. I'm sorry.
It's okay. No. I think if it wasn't me, it would have been no one. So,
All right. Sure, you can. I imagine heading dog, but might be useful.
yeah.
We haven't been idle in your departure. You could. Maybe the Mad Prince isn't so useless.
He took me to the Feywild for a while.
No, he's powerful. I never told you this, but I had a dalliance or two with him.
Really?
Maybe not as guided as yours. Boss. I'm inclined to say something about doubting to want to send you to more confusion or peril, but I guess I should quit doing that because it looks like I've sent you to the worst I could have.
Oh, I don't know. I feel like I've seen the worst of it.
There's an option I thought was a little too desperate for the time. Maybe I've particularly miscalculated. You could always go to Curfton unto Lumuloth.
Sorry?
And Landon, Bazz knows well enough from your document that Curfton unto Lumuloth is one of the furthest Lost Lands. If you've never been there, it is one that the Deep Roots venture to very rarely. It is a land said to be rife with the bees you tend, but these colonies are left largely to grow on their own, if for no other reason than magic is very untamed there. Its distance from Ogba leaves it powerfully connected to the magics, but almost at the very periphery of the orbit of that magical flow. Things there are wild, and it is said to be the land of the Mad Prince. You are well aware enough that Curfton unto Lumuloth is the home of Curfton unto Lumuloth Bedrindid, which is, Pixie Sylvan, means the bewildering keep. That this is said to be not the home, he's kind of the wanderer, as a 50 song, but that Yelektananth doesn't have a home, but he does have a place where he keeps things. And very Yelektananthi, a place that can be invaded at peril, full of confusion and madness and strangeness and riddles and puzzles and problems, at which he holds very valuable things. The Bewildering Keep. A dungeon, if you will. And Vez continues and says, the booklet of many secrets is there. And it may very well hold an answer to all of this. I was really leaning toward our druidic insights, but if this is where we are, maybe. And then he gets a surprised look on his face, chuckles, and says, maybe we should send one of our most capable druids to go look into it with his friends.
I can go.
You touched a wellspring, you said.
Yeah.
We all did.
We all did.
Craig died. Killed him.
Yeah, that's why we don't recommend it to many folks.
Yeah.
Bazz, you might be a deeper now.
What do you mean?
You're far away from the initiation, but the final rite of passage is induction into the first flame.
Oh.
I'll meet with the others, but you might very well be Vela Vistial, which you understand Bazz to mean Deep Root of Vistial.
Oh wow. I don't know.
Well, let's not get wrapped up in those traditions for now, but maybe you're better suited than this old bag of bones. I'd recommend heading to the Bewildering Keep.
Okay.
And
okay.
See if you can't find the booklet of many secrets.
Booklet of many secrets.
It might. The book of many secrets and Yellington's vague with names. Also, Ro, note-taking nerd, Curfton unto Lumuloth is spelled Kurph. URPH apostrophe TNANT, and you recognize Yelektanant, the tenant in there, apostrophe ALLAM apostrophe YLOTH, Kurftanantalamyaloth. And you take it at this point that Pixie Sylvan is very prone to this thing where you have sounds that are just stitched together. And Kurftanantalamyaloth Bedrindid, the name of the keep, is all of that, but with a Bedrindid at the end, which is apostrophe BDRINDRID. Bedrindid.
Interesting.
Has anyone ever gone to this keep before? Like, is there anyone we could talk to, or what do you?
No. Nobody I know. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm sorry I don't have more for you, son. I'll tell you what. Go look. If you can't make it, that's fine. Just come back. Focus on coming back more than anything.
Yeah.
But we'll come back and we'll meet with the other roots and we'll see if we can't put our heads together and come up with something for the bees.
Before I go, I just want to let you know it's very bad out there. It's quite bad.
Yes.
I don't know if this I don't know if things are winnable, and I don't know what happens if the Bloodied One wins. I don't know if there's a realm that's safe if he wins.
No. No. Bazz, I thought I was protecting you by shielding you from some of this, but I see now that was clearly foolish. Bazz, we fight some fights because they're worth fighting. I hope we win. But sometimes you fight it's because it's what you can do. And sometimes, he leans forward on the staff, you rest when that's what you can do. We're here. Always here. Agba's always here. Remember the first flame now. Don't underestimate that.
I saw Hyundin, or an echo of him.
Agba, you did?
Yeah,
Me and him used to be good buddies.
he was very prickly.
He always was.
He was a good person.
He should have grown up here. He was Ogman, he would have been more relaxed, but he's from the land of turmoil, so he was all up in his butt about stuff. Be blessed, boss. Well, I'm behind you. If you got questions, reach out. Return me you need to.
Okay.
Always a little safety here.
Have the mimic colonies been growing at all? Are they still like a weird, or?
They're at bay. They don't change too much.
Okay. I always thought they just wanted to like be left alone or do their own thing. I don't know.
Much as we can tell they do. It's really only travelers from out of here who wind up here who end up feeding them. So,
Yeah.
it doesn't
Fortunately.
change much.
Rose's face goes wide and confused.
Daughter, what where are you from?
I'm from Zedge. I think.
Wherever you can be. How'd you get out of here?
I'm not sure. My mother was I'm a halfling, and about a year ago, when I ran into Bazz, was the first time I ever saw anyone that looked anything like me.
An Outlander Ogben. What are the odds? Yakala is away. That's strange.
Oh. You're telling me.
We're hoping to figure out maybe who her dad was or is here.
I don't know if this is the right time, and I have this that
Okay.
and she pulls out the leaf.
The leaf fabric. Pull it out. He takes it from you and manipulates it in his hand. His hand moves archaically but dexterously, so it's slow, but he still has a lot of joint movement. As he rubs it together between his forefinger and thumb, he says, "Oh, I mean, that's clear. I know what this is from." Bazz, you never were one much for history. This is from the Tyl. And note taker. That's TYL apostrophe ALLALN. And he goes on to explain to you that Tyl are the many voices. They're one of the 7 stars. The ordering groups of our people. Each watch over a different part of our culture. The Tyl, they keep the history of our people in song and story. They're composed of a lot of peoples, but they're of what would you call it? Also, this whole conversation's been in Sylvan, and Greta has once again
Okay.
tongue
I
into
was
it.
like, what?
And he continues and says, you'd call them
A
a
bard?
bardic tradition. And
My mother was a bard, and I'm a bard.
I see the instrument. They keep the spirit of the mother tree in story and in truth. They keep the heart of our people. They're a wide degree of our people, but they protect our culture, both in solitude and in moving practice. There's plenty of them here in Agba. And I don't know everything about everybody, but I know quite a few. I don't know anybody who danced with an Outlander. And he's going to make a history check.
Okay.
And he's going to roll very well. He's going to sit there rubbing his moss beard and he's going to say, the thing is that when Outlanders come here, if they make it to Agba, they tend to stay in Agba. And by tend, I mean always, because leaving's usually dying. And they become part of us here. I don't know how your mother could have come and gone. But I do know we got some branches of the Tyl on one of their isles. Daughter, I don't know. This is a wild guess, and I don't like to be reckless with people's hearts like this, but I imagine your daddy's Jath.
Who?
Jath. And Jackie, that's going to be Jath. He says, thing is, he's the only Tyl I know on the Outer Rim. I mean, there's Kapal and Terragus and other own, but I don't think each of them would be apparent to you. You've got his eyes. He's all the way out on Foo Fump, but in row, that's going to be FOOF
I know where that is.
apostrophe FUMPH. Foo Fump. He says, you head out there, you might be able to find him. I couldn't tell you a lick of where he is beyond that. But
Thank you.
now I warn you, daughter, magic's out there. It's not far from Pertinontalamulith, so magic's gonna get strange. And he loves anybody he comes across, but he doesn't tend to come across much people, so I don't know how you're gonna find him. It's a long aisle. But
Understood. Thank you so much.
Bazz, sometimes you don't fight because you can win. And when all you can do is rest, you rest.
Yeah.
Forgive me for spending so much time on your magics. You were always overflowing with potential. Too smart for your own good. Forgive me for spending all the time on who you could be instead of who you were. Looks like you came out pretty good, but I should have spent more time on peace.
It's all right.
I was scared too.
I know.
And it's not over yet, right?
That's right.
Magba's still growing flowers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look for the bug. If you don't find it, we'll find another solution.
Okay. To the tower it is.
Did the apiary, did the bees get to the wellspring?
Yes, they did.
I imagine nothing else other than your success. But do you want to leave the apiary with me till you return?
I pick it up and I hold it. Say, sure. Yeah. Maybe they can pass some of that here.
Well, that's what I'm hoping for.
I let them out. They flew through it. They were all over it. They were out and about, so.
I'll see what I can do, son. I'll
Right.
speak with the other roots.
Okay.
You've done good, boss.
Thank you. Thank you. Real quick, how are we supposed to get to the tower? Because my canoe doesn't have enough room for everybody.
Yeah? What do you got to trade?
Trade?
You're probably going to have to get yourself a long canoe.
Yeah.
We could
Okay.
probably find something of ours that we could trade for it, boss.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. Yeah.
You could always... I know how strong you become, clearly. Always fly between the aisles.
That's true as well. Yeah, we could do that.
We could do our eagle thing. We do.
Yeah, we could do our eagle.
Fly
Yeah, we
everyone
can turn
there.
into eagles, yeah.
Oh, Bazz. He just kind of clicks his tongue a little and he says, you got to give this back to me.
Okay.
Can't.
What?
This is the loner. You understand?
Okay. I got it. What is it?
And he takes out, like, he reaches into the weave of leaves and pulls out another bundle of leaves, incomprehensible to someone who doesn't know him. Bazz, you know him well. And you are aware that this is, it looks like more leaf leather, just a bundle, but you're aware that this is his bag of holding. And he opens up the front, and his arm just disappears into it, and he pulls out this long green roll. And you know immediately what this is. And he takes this huge leaf and just this like 8 by 8 leaf. It's like one giant red oak leaf. And it unfolds like a blanket, but when he lays it down, it gets kind of hard, and he says, you know how to fly it?
Do I know how to fly it, DM? Have I ever seen this before?
You imagine You've traveled on it once. This is his reskinned, reflavored flying carpet. And he says, I want this back when you come back from the keep.
Okay, I can bring it back to you.
And remember, magic's weird around some of the other isles. I don't guarantee this will work right once you get to each of them.
Okay.
You may have to do some walking.
I don't mind walking. I
But
put
it
some
should
miles
get you in
on my-
between. Isle to isle. You still remember how to hop them?
Yes,
Bring her back. I love this thing.
I will. I will. I will.
He just puts a hand on your wrist and says, go get him, kid.
Thank you. Thank you.
I got some squirrels to check on. And he turns around and just
All right.
turns into like an oriole again and flies away. And you guys temporarily have in your inventory an 8x6 flying carpet that you can all just reflavor it as a giant flying leaf, and you can all just barely fit on it.
I love it. Do I have to attune to it?
Nope, it's not an attune item.
Okay.
And
Sounds
on
like a
that
good deal
note,
to me.
that is where we will end episode 115 of the Accidental Adventures.
Bazzics.
Back to Bazzics. You guys gain
Informations.
0.01 levels for the role play. Hold on, let me do the math here. 0.0 levels for role play. You found clues to Rose Heritage, so that's 0.02 levels for that. Okay. 0.02 for the adventure. So you guys gain 0.05 levels.
0.05.
572. 11.572.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, guys.
Wow.
Okay, so with a little mini quest in the Lost Lands, a clue to maybe the name of Rose's dad if he's right. Assuming that guy is out there, still alive, who knows? And a flying leaf. The fun guys are in the Lost Lands.
Oh my
Let's get
gosh.
wild.
Let's
This is
get
gonna
crazy.
get weird.
Let's get
Guys,
untamed with our magic.
I have got some stuff here, okay? We're going to have a time. Been preparing for this for a long time. Oh, we're going to have a wild stretch. Okay. Well, very fun. Thank you for hanging in there. Listeners, life is an incredible adventure. Also, thank you guys for being patient as we went a little over time tonight. But listeners, more stuff on the Patreon. More than anything, thank you for joining us. There's going to be a lot of fun stuff coming. So life is an incredible adventure. You are a very important part of it. And skibbity wop and dada.
Bye.
Bye.